The Tomb Raider series has been around for almost as long as people have been celebrating the 4th of July by watching Independence Day, and the games, for the most part, have been great adventures with rich story and great gameplay. When Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light was released on console arcades this past August, it was lauded as the refreshing kickstart the series needed after a slew of poor reviews and bad movie adaptations. When I heard they were releasing it for the iPad and the iPhone last week, I was skeptical to say the least. It never seems to turn out well when big console titles are ported to mobile devices. The graphics are worse, the gameplay is a shadow of its former self, and the fun factor drops faster than Sean Bean off of a satellite. And while the graphics may not be as polished as the console and PC versions, Lara's new adventure may be the first action game I've played on an Apple device that hasn't been a complete disappointment. It wasn't a disappointment at all, really. The gameplay is fast-paced and fun, and the puzzles are good throwback to the brainbusters of the original game. The plot, if you can understand it, is pretty much standard fluff to give our hero an excuse to shoot bad guys and solve puzzles, told through a series of comic-style panels and panes. Shady dudes release an ancient dark god, and Croft teams up with Totek, the Guardian of Light, to put him back in his millennia-old hidey hole. Once the game starts, you'll solve puzzles, escape traps, and use your trusty dual pistols to fend off demons, giant spiders, and dinosaurs. That's right, dinosaurs. One of the major nods that this game gets is its control setup. While it can sometimes result in a misdirected jump or a poorly timed dodge, these are some of the best fake analog controls I've used on a touchscreen. The left stick moves you around and the right one aims and fires your gun, with jump and special function buttons located just a thumb tap away. It's a great setup, and the developers deserve a shout out for creating a control scheme that actually works.
Golf clap? Golf clap.
The console version of this game was designed as a co-op game for split-screen or online play. Now, the iPad and the iPhone support this function, but the online play can often be less than ideal. First, unless you're in the same room as your partner, you have no way to communicate how to solve any of the puzzles. Also, sadly, the game has a bad habit of crashing or displaying one of any number of error messages. However, all the puzzles and challenges that would normally be for two players are changed and tweaked slightly for the single-player game, which is where this title really shines. While it may have been a great co-op game on other platforms, this serves remarkably well as a single-player platformer on an Apple device. While the multiplayer has its flaws and the graphics may look like something off the PlayStation 1, this game is still, in my opinion, an impressive feat for the iPad or the iPhone. With its engaging gameplay, an 8+ hour campaign, lots of achievements and hidden unlockables, and only a $7 price tag, this is a game that you really should play. If you're a fan of Miss Croft and don't already own it on another platform, you'll definitely want to pick this one up. Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light for the iPad and iPhone gets a well-deserved 4 out of 5.
Golf clap? Golf clap.